Hello. So first of all, thank you again for this invitation. We are really happy to share with you some of the project, the community project that we developed with creatives, artists, and community leaders. Yes, we did 15 projects. It's a small number, but it's a lot of work. And so we are really satisfied with all of them. But today we will talk mainly about 3 projects. The first is the one developed by Mara and Raffaella that is named the Quarticciolo thread. Quarticciolo is a neighborhood in the city of Rome, in a suburbs area. So an area that faces many difficulties at cultural, economical, and social level. This community during the COVID was really close. So they really worked together to face this big event that happened to all of us. And so I like to represent that project with an image, the image of a boatyard. Because at that time during the COVID, the community was really like that, really close. They really worked together in a good way. So what happened? When the COVID likely disappeared, almost, this community has some weaknesses. So they return, to their normal life. And so they lost some of this connection that they created during the COVID. So Raffaella, they decided to help this community, to empower this community through art and creativity, and then design a project that we can summarize in 3 main steps. The first was an important moment, the moment of listening. So, when we work with communities, it's really important to listen people, to listen their wishes, desires, fears, new projects. So listening is something really important. And so they did it. They met many representatives of the community, artists, normal citizens, and together they tried to understand the future of that community. The second step was already something that tried to engage more people. So they opened a call to collect toys for kids because they programmed the public event just a few days before Christmas. So they invited all the communities, all the people there to give as a gift toys for kids. And the last step was the public event that they organized in the neighborhood. And everything started with a noisy parade. So they walked through the neighborhood with musicians, artists, jugglers, and they really invited literacy people to join the parade and to join the event. At the end of the parade, they gave all the gifts to the kids. So this was really a moment of, to celebrate, a moment to stay together. After this moment, they tried to create a space, a safety space for people that wanted to share their experience, their memories linked to the COVID time. And so we're coming back to the boatyard because they really created a physical, as you can see in these pictures, and in symbolic way, new connection between people that shared their experience, their stories, their wishes, and also their project for the futures. So thanks to this event, thanks to the co-design of the event with a local organization, they really were able to let people understand how important it is to be together, to work together, to enhance, to strengthen the community in order to imagine a diverse and a more inclusive society. The second project was the one I did by Hermes Angelozzi. This guy had the idea to create a project based on a trip that he did in Palestine a few years ago. and during which he collected many stories. He interviewed people that live there, refugees, and so he really wanted to create a project to give a voice to these people. So when he came back in Italy, he attended the artist as a training course, and so he understand how to structure a project to be realized in his city, in Chieti, in the center of Italy. So he created this theatrical performance. He invited actors, he invited the students and people from the city and association, and he created an immersive performance. What does it mean? It means that people, audience like you, and actors were together, so they shared the same stage, the space, and they really were. This was really a way to engage more people in the performance. At the end of it, an open discussion was open, and so they really shared thoughts and questions related to the story of those stories that he represented in the performance. And in the audience were also some Palestinian students that live and study in the city, so they were really happy to share their experience, their feelings. And this small event had, let's say, a big impact, the drop that goes in the water, because they were able to create a new connection between these two communities. They also created a new space in the city among students to discuss about such important stories. At the end of the performance and the discussion, an actress read a poem, an Arabic poem in the original language, that was about hope, the hope for a peaceful future. And I think this is a nice conclusion, even for us, because today we are here also to celebrate art and peace together. So thank you. I forgot the pictures, sorry. And yes, we have another awesome event that was the Urban Paradise. You can discover more about this event. That was a way to create a new connection between humans, nature, and an urban world. You can find an exhibition, a QR code, so you can watch the video and discover more about that. So thank you.